Good afternoon. Welcome to my presentation. Today I'm going to talk about the speech styles in English language. Well, the first slide is about demonstrative speech. The idea behind demonstrative speech is basically to educate the audience that there is a listening to something they aren't aware of. The unique thing about demonstrative speech is that they could include various visual aids which can help further demonstrate or describe in practical terms how to effectively do something. At the first glance, one can say that fact that informative speech do not actually include actual demonstrating of how to do or perform an action. Perceived speech. A perceived speech is a speech given solely for the purpose of convincing the audience listening that the opinion of speaker when of particular topic is the right or correct one. Whether you are discussing what move to watch next or which political standpoint is the best for economy, you are making a perceived speech. In order to successfully convince an audience, most speakers tend to use convince like a concept, like in effect to back their argument. The use of those various facts makes their own argument seem more sensible and believable therapy, persuading the audience to stand with them and support their cause. Functional style. Functional style is a system of the language that has individual characteristic terms or lexical means, syntaxis, construction, and even phonetics. The emerging and exciting of style is associated with the condition of communication and various of human life. Styles differ not only in effect but also in the frequency of use of the elements listened to both. For example, some expression may be present in a conversation style, but they are less likely to be present in a scientific style. Classific style. Classific style is a very difficult task. Let us turn to the opinion of the Arnold and Galpern. Thus, Halpern consider fictional style as properties of the reading language. Those include the spoken style. Both scientists agree that each fictional style can be recognized by one or more key features, at the same time helping pays more attention to the coordination of language tools and stylistic techniques, while Arnold connected the features of each style with the feature of its use in the field of. Each fictional style is a relative like a stable system at the particular stage in the development of the literature language, but it can undergo significant changes from period to period. Those fictional styles is a historical category. For example, in 17th century, it was believed that not all word can be used in poetry, and that there is a separated poetic style, poetic style. Later, in the 19th century, Romanticism rejected the norm of poetic style and introduced a new vocabulary to poetry. The development of each style is determined by changing in the norms of standard English, changing social condition, scientific process, and the development of culture life. Each fictional style is characterized by a special use of language means and those sets own norms, which however obey the norm invariant and don't violate the general literature norm. Writers of the particular period of the literature language make a great combination to the establishment of the system and norms of this period. Individual style. Individual style is a unique combination of language unit, expressive means, and stylistic techniques that are characterized of given author and make the works or even statements of this also easily recognizable. Naturally, the individual style of author can be never be completely independent of the literature norms and canons of this period, but the adaptation of this canons will be always characterized and recognizable. The individual style is based on the throughout knowledge and modern language and all some reasonable deviation from strict norms. Individual style is then an object of study of scientists. Science it uses the potential of English tools. Classification of styles. Here's some subcategories of fictional style. It's mean radical, conversational, poetic, journalistic, newspaper, official business, and scientific styles. The first style is natural style. The term natural style is used mainly to indicate the basis for implementing the feature of stylistically colored elements. A natural style is characterized by the lack of stylistic coloring and the high probability of use in many communication situations. There is a deliberate simple style, conversational style, and division. This division does not kindness, like with the division into oral and written speech, since of spoken style can be also be used in fiction, and some type of book style, such as already exist only in oral form. At the same time, it should be remembered that colloquial speech is literature undergoes certain transformation. And riddle usually compares linguistic information, choosing the typical of avoiding the accidental. Colloquial style is divided into high colloquial, norm colloquial, and a low colloquial. The last two have their own characteristic, depending on the place of residence, gender, and the age of speaker. Okay, the next one. Book style. The book style covers scientific, like it's mean like a official business style, poetic styles, or radical styles. Journalistic is mean like a newspaper style, right? The next one is the artistic styles. According Gelfand, this term combines three subcategories: the language of poetry, the language of emotive, it's mean like a artistic prose, and the language of drama. Each this layers has both common features of for all three. Cognitive fiction, it provides a gradual disclosure of the idea to the reader, and at the same time gives him a sense of satisfaction because he can penetrate the author idea and form his own conclusion. Certain linguistic features, it means that are like original unconventional images created by purple linguistic means, to use the words of various scenes that strongly depend on lexical environment, is not context, right? Vocabulary that to the certain excited, the also personal excitement of the events or phenomena, special individual choice of vocabulary and syntax, introduction of features personal or of spoken language to the greatest exciting and related to drama, and less the propose the smallest degree to poetry. Journalistic style. The journalistic style became a separated language style in the middle of the 18th century. Unlike the other styles, it has two oral varieties, like namely the radical little and little of radio or in television. Written sub-articles are essays. It's mean like a literature, moral, journalistic articles. It's like an economic, political, social. The journalistic style is characterized by a clear and logical syntax structure with extensive use, the connecting words, and careful division into paragraph. The power of emotional appeal is achieved by using emotionally colored words. Radical styles. A radical style is an oral subcategory of journalistic style. direct contact with the listener and the speaker. It's like this style just help to you to use a combination of syntax, lexical, and phonetics feature of both written and spoken speech. Typically feature of this style direct appeal to the public, sometimes the use of construction and colloquial words. The stylistic techniques involve the oratical style and determined by the communicative situation, since the Addison relieve only on the memory and speaker often resort the present like a peritation of that listener cannot follow the main point of the speech. The speaker often uses analogies and metaphors, but usually traditional ones assign individual semantics. Technique-wise, this would be difficult to, of course, understand. Official style. This style is like this style is not homogeneous, not represented by the follow substyles or varieties. It's style like it's language of business documentation. It's language of legal documentation. It's language of diplomacy. The language of military documents. And in the end of my presentation, I want to end with the amazing words with Rita Mae Brown. The language is the roadmap of the culture. It tells you where its people come from and where they are going. So thank you for attention. Bye.